Ring, ring. Hello? What? No. This can't happen. We have to close on time. This is bad. No! This is Cabin Connections in northwestern Wisconsin, where we have hundreds of lakes and rivers and thousands of acres of wooded land and are just a couple of hours from the Twin Cities. This is Cabin Land. I'm Wanda Boldon, and I've been helping people buy and sell real estate for over 25 years. This channel is all about helping people get connected and stay connected to our beautiful lakes and recreation area. If you're new to this channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. After watching the first 3 videos in this series, you've zeroed in on your perfect location, you've found your perfect cabin, you've dropped everything to be among the first to schedule a showing, you've made your best offer, even among competition from other buyers, and your offer was accepted. You're doing your happy dance, you're scheduling closing, you're buying furniture, sheets, towels, dishes for the cabin. You've invited your family to help you move in. You're planning for closing day. It's on everyone's calendars. And then you get the dreaded call from your lender. You're not going to close on time. No! It's my worst nightmare. Why? Well, the least of our worries is schedule coordination with all of the participants. The worst of my worries is that you could lose the property. Yes, that's right, you heard correctly. An offer to purchase is a legal and binding contract between the seller and the buyer. There is a closing date on that contract. The seller is relying on that closing date. They may have their own subsequent purchase on the line. They may have hired movers. They may have a secondary offer waiting in the wings and hoping that you fail. You heard that correctly. In this competitive market, it's quite possible a second buyer could come along, make a secondary offer that is so sweet that the seller would rather see it come to fruition than your offer. It's enough to make me wake up in a cold sweat. The sad thing is, it's a situation that could be avoided by making good choices at the onset about your lender. When I make lender recommendations to buyers, I don't do it because I get some kind of benefit or kickback. I do it because I know we will close on time and everyone can sleep at night. When I hear things like, my next door neighbor is a mortgage lender and she said she'd give me a good deal. Or, I work for one of the big banks and we have a great employee discount. I'm going to work through my bank. It's enough to make me want to go screaming into the night. In fact, I did have a client once who said she worked for one of the biggest banks in the game. Now, that bank had been notorious for failing our clients 100% of the time. And from the onset, she said she knew better than to get her cabin loan from her employer. Now, that's how you get to be a vice president. Well, what's the problem, you ask? Well, the first conversation I like to have with clients about lending is understanding the attributes of their property to help guide them to the appropriate lending sources. No 2 properties in our market area are alike. We have 3-season cabins, 4-season cabins, manufactured homes, unfinished cabins, and the new kid on the block, the shouse, a nifty combination of a shed and a house. And let's not forget vacant land with no cabin. Knowing the attributes of your property helps me guide you to the right lending, and working with the right local lender will help give you a seamless and worry-free experience. The right local lender can better navigate appraisal nightmares. Now, the appraisal process is one of the biggest things that can derail your success. You want an appraiser who is competent and knowledgeable about the area, someone who knows what is customary, and someone who knows what is a true issue and what is not. That goes to the speed at which they can perform and the outcome that they produce. And that connects directly to underwriting issues. When a client chooses to not use the right local lender, we can oftentimes run into out-of-state underwriting issues. And that can feel like riding a bike on a road that's been scattered with thumbtacks, dodging issues like required well and septic inspections, or requiring that appraisal comps be within an unreasonable distance for a rural property are just a couple of examples of things that can derail your timing. But you're saying, Wanda, I'm going to save a ton of money with the lender I chose. They advertised a super low interest rate on TV. I understand. Speed and a smooth ride aren't fun if it's going to end up costing you more in the long run. But be sure to ask not only about the interest rate, but also about the closing costs. That can be a big gotcha. I'll give you an example, a story that I heard from one of my favorite local lenders. He experienced a buyer who got a loan that had an interest rate that was so low he couldn't believe it, just lower than anyone else around. And the buyer also was receiving $4,000 in lender credits from this online TV offer. Rhymes with sprocket. I think you can figure that out. But in looking at the fine print, the buyer was being charged many, many points. And that amounted to thousands and thousands of dollars that were hidden in the fine print that the buyer was unaware of. And they were thousands of dollars off what they would have paid for a loan through this favorite local lender. I want to set you up for success. I want you to wake up and smell the coffee when it comes to choosing your lender. I want you to find the perfect cabin. I want you to have a smooth experience, and I want you to close on time. Thanks for watching, and be sure to hit the subscribe button so you won't miss my next video. And in case you missed the first 3 videos in this series, How to Find the Right Cabin, I'll put links to those below. If you'd like to find me on Facebook, Instagram, or learn more on my blog, I'll put links for those as well. Let's stay connected. I'll see you next time.